Yeah, g'day, my name's Brian. Like most of you who are watching this video, I too read The Shack. And I read it because somebody handed it to me and said, can you read this and tell me whether or not you think it's something that really happened to someone or if it's just a story. Now that worried me as soon as someone said that, because hey, you know, there's all sorts of books written and you've got to be careful. And I read it and I agree. Theologically speaking, it's very, very unsound. But then again, there's a lot of preachers I've heard who are also a bit theologically unsound. Some things get said from the pulpit that never really happened, that are used as descriptions, as stories, as parables, perhaps. The way Jesus used parables. God used some strange things in the Old Testament. He used a donkey to talk. He used a burning bush to get someone's attention. He got a big fish to swallow a man and spit him out alive 3 days later. Some of the interesting things that God did amaze me out of the Old Testament there, and some of the things Jesus did and the parables he told in the New Testament. Why do we get so upset because somebody wrote a story? And he says in the front of the book, he says quite clearly, it's just a story. It's just a story. It was never meant as a book on theology. So why do we get so bent out of shape and have to preach so much against the idea that God might appear to someone in a certain way to get a point across to them in order to bring salvation? I tend to think it's God's business how far he goes and what he does in order to bring salvation to someone. I think it's a great read. I think it's a touching read. And as long as we keep it in perspective that it's just a story, it's just a parable, it's just an example from someone's imagination. If you haven't read it, enjoy the book. If you have, enjoy the memory and buy a copy for a friend. Thank you for watching this video.